What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? It's Wednesday down here. We out here. We down here for P Valley. A lot of people have been talking. Hope everybody's doing well. I just needed a day off, child. Okay? Okay. You were like, girl, it was only Monday. You took a day off on Tuesday. Like, girl, what was so rough about Monday? I just needed a day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm down here. We talking about P Valley, but I wanted to talk a little bit about Monica and Brandy and the different things and opinions that people have about them. First of all, there was a lot of opinions about the attitudes of each of the women, right? The attitudes, and Brandy was giving you full Aquarius vibes, honey. She came dressed like George Clinton. And Monica was giving you full Scorpio vibes. She came dressed like a Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? Like, with her, did she have a beret on? You know what I'm saying? Like, girl. And you could tell, you could look at them and be like, that's an Aquarius, that's a Scorpio. You could look. And like I said last night on Twitter, Brandy has been taught to put on airs. She's been taught that. She went through a time in her life where she was not honest about her relationship so that she wouldn't be judged as this person who had a kid out of wedlock. You understand what I'm saying? Monica doesn't give you that. And I think what people wanted Monica to do was be more like Brandy, and that's not her personality. You can look at the way they was dressed, child, and be like, okay, girl, Monica is not going to harmonize to every song to make it seem like she knows all of your songs. She's not. And Brandy is going to give you, I'm super supportive. I love every single song. Even an old song, I'm like, is that new? I'm trying to be supportive on every single song. She got jokes. She's goofy as hell, like Kenya Moore, but can also be bitchy as fuck. We already know what Brandy gives. Come on. I enjoyed myself. I didn't watch the last hour, and I was mad because I really wanted to hear my song every time the beat drop. And I don't know, did she play it? Did she play Every Time the Beat Drop with the Franchise Boys? That's my favorite Monica song. And Like This and Like That. And when she said you gotta be you gotta know Like This and Like That is the song she would sing at a concert, and the people who sang it, she knew they was in the album. Like This and Like That used to be, it's still my song. I was just playing it the other day, okay? I enjoyed it from what I saw, but yeah, everybody's like, oh, Monica's a bitch, she was being bitchy. That's a you can look at them and tell. Just look. Brandy came looking like Whoopi Goldberg. You know what I'm saying? Casual, but still cute. She was dressed cute. She had her hair. She got locks or braids. What's going on with Brandy? You understand what I'm saying? Reading poetry and stuff. She's full on, and Monica's not going to give you that fake, because to her, that's fake. If she's going to be jovial and stuff, you saw when she got up and danced, when she was dancing the songs that she was actually really feeling. She's a water sign. That's where she come from. I'm feeling. I got to remind Brandy. Brandy says, oh yeah, I got to remind myself I'm so technical. You know how Aquariuses are. They're like, what? It don't say that. They're very literal at the same time. They're very whimsical at the same time. And so, I mean, they were just giving you who they were, and I don't know why people wanted Monica to act more like Brandy and sing along. That's not her personality. She would think that was fake. That's why she was just sitting there, And when she was excited, she got up and danced. That's authentic. Inauthentic is harmonizing with every song, believing or trying to make believe that you know every song. I'm just saying. So let's talk about P Valley. Down in the valley where the girls get naked. It was a good episode overall. I took a lot of notes. Episode 7, Last Call for Alcohol. We first start off, go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, let the people know you stopped by. Haley was dancing for, what is his name? Harrington. What is the man's name that's following her around? Anyways, so she pulls back the newspaper on the windows and stuff. So I guess she's leaving this apartment or whatever. Seems like the people can't leave. They be trying to leave and they just really can't leave. What's her name should have left when she wanted to leave. She shouldn't have stayed. She shouldn't have stayed. That's why I said, oh girl, when something tells you to leave and get out of town, you get your ass and go. You get your ass and go. Uncle Clifford came through the protest, baby, dressed like a Black Panther. She ran into Patrice at the protest, and they were protesting the casino. Not casino. Casino. I said, these people are crazy. You saw the masthead at the bottom of the news camera of the news broadcast. That shit was funny. So Patrice and Uncle Clifford had a few words. I don't remember what they were talking about. Then they go to Mayor Ruffin, and Mayor Ruffin was talking to the brothers. They said that he was like, you reneged on the $6 million offer. I don't think he used the word renege, but he was like, no, we're gonna do a lease, and you're gonna get 1% of the casino's revenue and then the brother said, well, once the casino opens, honey, we voting your ass out because you did not give us the deal that we expected. I want to make sure I leave the car on, just only because, all right, because I need to charge this phone. We don't want the phone to go dead. So Andre, what happened with Andre? Integrity. Oh, so Andre said something to his uncle about having integrity, and he got up. He was so mad. Isaiah Washington. Now we know what Isaiah Washington gives off camera, but on this thing here, he is really, he's really doing his thing. I'm not going to even front. He is really doing his thing, Mayor Ruffin. And he said the revenue from the casino is going to rebuild our town. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about fuck all that integrity bullshit. I'm trying to rebuild this town. So Eloise comes in and she says, we're going to have to hold off on the ribbon cutting because, you know, his park, they're going to build a park and name it after the mayor. So they said, so she turned on the news and you could see down there, they're protesting the casino. And so she said, so she was, what's his name? Andre and Mayor Ruffin is looking at the TV like pissed off. And then when Ruffin said to Andre, can you pull the dick out of my ass, baby? Go down there and see what the hell is going on. You done started some mess all over some scamming ass girl. You done saw this girl down there, but they need the Pynk because they want it on the waterfront, and Pynk is not in the deal. So Autumn leaves her apartments, and then they show a clip of Mercedes in a check cashing place. I think she's in some kind of place, and she's in line, and this girl's behind her having this inappropriate conversation all loud on the phone. You know how it is. People do it all the time. It's so rude. I don't understand how people walk around with people on speakerphone and they just be standing in line talking to the people. Like, I don't get that. But anyways, she sees Patrice and Clifford on TV, you know, protesting, and she sees her mother down there talking about the casino and all this other stuff. So Mercedes gets mad. She tells that woman in line that she hopes her IUD blows up. She was like, girl, ooh, she was mad. I love the little things on the side. That's what I love about P Valley. I just love the little things that you got to catch, little things. You know what I'm saying? So Uncle Clifford's coming back to her house, and was at her house. She pulls up, and Corbin is sitting on the porch. So walks up. Corbin looks like he got whooped, okay? And Clifford starts putting on, you know, trying to see, like, what's wrong with you, what happened? So his brothers apparently whooped his ass. And then Corbin said something about, you know, niggas, they'll disagree with anything. And she was like, you got that white in you. You better make that into a honey. Don't play out here. Okay. So Corbin tells Clifford that the Pynk was not in the deal, right? And she was like, okay, well, don't worry about it, because I got tapes of you know, doing things that you don't want anybody to know about. I got collateral, honey. So don't worry about it. She didn't say collateral, but that's what it's called, okay? So he was like, you gonna blackmail me? She was like, yes. So, I mean, no, I'm not gonna blackmail you. Said, no, I'm not gonna blackmail you, but you know what it is. You know what it is. Do what you got to do. Make sure. But you suspended from the Pynk, though. You can't come to the Pynk. Don't bring your ass in the Pynk no more, okay? So we go to Little Murder, scene with Little Murder. He's in the studio, whack as hell, tired as hell, through as hell, and just not doing well in his performance. He's, you know, performing, practicing, rehearsing. So apparently he's dealing with some kind of stage fright, right? Okay. And so what's the name says, Mississippi says, listen, you're gonna have to get this together. You're gonna have to get this together. So we're gonna go, and they go into the little side room. And in the little side room, oh, let me turn my lights off. And in the little side room, she goes, she has Lil Murda standing there butt naked with his tennis shoes on and his socks and tennis shoes on. And he was like, this is a mess. What are you trying to do? She was like, just go. You trying to make this money? Just go. Just make this money. You know, you gotta take, you know, strike while the iron is hot. Get your ass up in there and perform. So he starts performing, he starts flowing, he's getting into it, you know, and that's what you gotta feel like. Just feel free. You don't have no clothes on or whatever. So he does a really good job. He does a really good job. And so then the sheriff, in the next scene, the sheriff is coming down to the Pynk, and he says, you know, we got to crack down on the Pynk. We can't have, if you got the titties out, it better not be no alcohol down here. So, you know, in strip clubs, you cannot be, if the breasts are out, you cannot serve alcohol, right? If you fully nude, no alcohol. I believe in some strip clubs, they'll do beer, like spirits, with the tops off, but you're not supposed to have any alcohol when there's nudity. So, as the sheriff is leaving, baby, he sees Autumn in the damn rearview. He's like, wait a minute. He looks in his glove compartment, is like, that's the girl that's missing. So she come down. So he was like, okay. So he sees Autumn. You should have left. You should have left. Mercedes and Clifford, she comes into the back room, the back office or whatever, and Mercedes is sitting there, and she was like, how the hell you down there with my mama? You down there with the devil herself. What the hell? How you gonna make a deal with the devil? He said, I got a big mouth, but your mama mouth is bigger. I love Clifford's inflections. I love the way she speaks. I love everything about that character. Everything. But your mama's mouth is bigger. So she was like, it's too late. And she was like, I don't have nothing without the Pynk. And the Pynk is about to go up on auction. And I don't have nothing without the Pynk. And what is Big L gonna do? What y'all gonna do? These girls, they can't work nowhere. What y'all gonna do? Big L is scary as hell. You know, all this other stuff. So she asked Mercedes if she could stay for one last dance. And Mercedes like, hell no, I'm trying to leave this motherfucker. This is my third last dance. This is my third last dance, girl. What are we doing? So she's like, well, she was like, one last time. So Mercedes and Autumn, they meet up. They exchange money, the last of their little deal, whatever Mercedes was helping Autumn with. And she gave her $10,000 or whatever. So she said, did you said bye to Uncle Clifford? And she was like, no. And so she was like, what about Andre? She's like, no. She was like, you're not gonna give him one last dance or whatever? And she was like, nah. You should have went with your first mind, girl. You should have went with your first mind, but what are we gonna do? So not Uncle Clifford, Mayor Ruffin goes down to the park with Andre, and they see it's been vandalized. They done knocked over shit. They done spray painted over. Honey, they are not feeling you, Mayor Ruffin. They are not feeling you at all. So he said, I know one thing, you better buy the Pynk at the auction. That's what you better do. So one last prayer for the night. They're gonna start the night. It's gonna be one last prayer. Bring the niggas, the drug dealers, the scammers, and all this other stuff. So they say this prayer or whatever. So I want to say Uncle Murder and Clifford are walking through the woods, right? So they walking through the woods. woods. And you taking me down here to drown me? I can't swim. I've been baptized once, and you see the shit didn't work. That shit was funny. And it's so funny how Clifford is always thinking the worst. Like when when Mercedes got into a fight with her mama, Uncle Clifford was like, did you kill Mercedes? What, is Mercedes dead? when Murder saw Mississippi down to the gas station or whatever, and he was like, I took care of that with Mississippi. He's like, oh my God, did you kill her? That nigga's always thinking the worst. So Lil Murder pulls back one of the big ass tree branches, and you see Uncle Clifford's car with lights, and then Uncle Clifford goes, nigga, how'd you get my car down here? Like, but it was like excited, like it's funny because the way it's like, I'm excited, like, oh, this is romantic. Bitch, that shit was hilarious to me. So they sitting in the car, smoking, talking about this is your big night, you're going to perform and blah, blah, blah. Then Lil Murder tries to get some head. Uncle Clifford's like, no, we're not about to do that. And then they end up, you know, Lil Murder ends up, you know, putting his hand down there and doing whatever. And then they get hot and steamy, and you see a hand on the window. So they getting busy, right? So the dancers is talking, and they're like, girl, what am I going to do? I'm going to draw unemployment. And she's like, no, I'm going down to the casino to work. And she was like, I'm going to work at the spades table. The girl was like, girl, they don't play spades at the casino. She said, see, this is for some white people. That's what I'm talking about. How they not going to have a spades table? Woo, shit, this show is so good. So Mississippi, she got bruises on her arm, right? And we finally get to see this white man, like, you know, he has more lines in this episode. So Gidget's like, I don't know why she won't leave. I don't know why she won't leave. And then the other girl was like, girl, that's when they kill you, when you try to leave. That's when, girl, that's crazy. So Diamond is out back. Mississippi comes out super duper nervous, acting nervous and stuff. And he was like, where's the baby? And then he said, Mercedes is always the headline. They were talking about, you know, her being nervous. She was like, Mercedes is always the headliner. You know what, it's not really blatant, but like Diamond has been kind of like a medicine man, a healer, right? He put the pepper and the vodka on what's her name's little her little bruise or whatever. I think she said she sprained. Remember, she said she sprained her wrist, so he put pepper and vodka on there. And then outside here, he gives her a carnelian stone, which he says is for courage. You can look it up. So they get close to each other and they almost kiss. Baby, I thought that man was gonna come around the corner. Whew, shit. I was like, oh, I was nervous. But then Gidget comes out. She busts out the back saying that she's frustrated and her man is not going to be coming tonight, and she's sexually frustrated, and so she runs back in. And so they show the line. The people is getting in line at the Pynk. You think Lil Murder's going to sign my titties? The club is packed, honey. Keyshawn's boyfriend shows up, and everybody who goes inside of the Pynk, they need to sign the petition to end the casino. All right. So Andre is in line because earlier Autumn tells him to come down to the Pynk for one last dance. So, you know, his hot ass is ready. Thirsty ass is ready to go. So he's in the line. So when he gets to the line, Diamond says, you need to sign this petition. He was like, no. He's like, sign the petition, bro. Like, just sign it. Even then Diamond told Keyshawn's man, go to the back of the line. What's up, Diamond? Go to the back of the line. No, we don't do that down here. Especially you hit women too. Go to the back of the line. Go. Okay. So he got, you know, he's very arrogant. He's giving you very arrogant. He's giving you abuser tease. So Lil Murder, Uncle Clifford, they coming back through the woods, coming from the back. And Lil Murder's friend sees them coming out the back. And he was looking like, what the hell? Okay. So Keyshawn, what happened? Oh, so Gidget walks up to Keyshawn's boyfriend and was like, some, cussing him out or whatever. And he like flinched at her, and then he ended up putting the money in her. I don't like, man. Whoever that guy is playing, I want to hit his ass in his square in his face. I don't like people like that, like arrogant and then violent at the same, like, you're just too much. Like, you need to get away from that man. And why are you still with him? Anyway, so Andre gets in. Autumn is dancing on somebody, and then he shows her, you know, he was like, come on. So they go into the back and they playing Daniel Caesar. And that's my song, You're All I Need, honey. That is my song. I was like, yes, this is a perfect song. It's a perfect song. And she was dancing, had her titties out and everything, took her bottoms off, honey, was unzipping his pants and everything like that. And his wife starts calling, honey, calling. And it's funny because he leaves it on, like he leaves a ringer off. He doesn't put it on vibrate or anything like that. So every time getting into it, she keeps ringing the phone. He answers the phone. She was like, she grabbed the phone and put it to his ear. And he was like, she was like, Brandy, he was breathing all heavy and stuff. And she was like, where are you? And he was like, I'm down. What did he say? I'm down to the bar. I'm watching TV or something like that. She was like, well, I'm here. She at the hotel room, honey. She was like, well, where are you? He was like, I'll be right there. I'm over here at this bar. And then he gets up and he leaves, and he gets there. He gets there, honey. He's hot and bothered, so he takes it out on her. She thinks he misses her, honey. You don't even know the half, girl. You don't even know the raggedy half. Lil Murder's friend catches him. He says, I know you caught feelings, but you can't. This is not some. I know how you feel, but we got to get this money. And you're not going to be. I believe that's what he said. I believe that's the way he said it. Because at first, and it's so crazy because Charles and I, the night before, were talking about, he was like, I get scared watching Little Murder and Clifford's relationship because I don't want it. Because let me tell you something. If you don't know how trade acts, trade will kill your ass, okay? If word hits the street, you understand what I'm saying? They don't want nobody to know nothing, especially with somebody like Clifford. We don't want nothing to happen to Clifford because Lil Murder's friends is ignorant, or Lil Murder feels like he has to do something to prove his masculinity to his friends. So it happens like that. So even when his friend, he was like, nigga, what you doing out here in the shadows? Like, girl, what's up? He's like, you know, I know you can't. I saw you and Clifford coming out the back. He's like, well, I ain't caught no feelings. I ain't caught no feelings. He's like, I know you. I thought you said it was a one-time thing. You can't be doing no stuff like this. We got to get this money. Period. So Mercedes is in the club. They walking through the club because I thought something bad was going to happen. I really did. I thought they was going to get into a fight or something. But anyways, Mercedes in the club. She walking over to Harrison, Montavious, whatever his name is. She walking over. I'm gonna just call him Montavious today. Y'all tell me what his name is. So she walk over to him, and she's dancing on him or whatever. And he was, oh no, he was like, no, I don't. No, she wasn't dancing. She sat down next to him, and he was like, no, I want her right there. She was like, okay. So she waving, you know, waving to what's her name on the stage. So she come down off the stage, and you can't see him the way. I love that they did that. You can see her from her perspective. She can't see the man that she done ran from, right? She skipping town and running from this man. So by the time she walks down, she walks through the crowd, the shit parts open, and there's Montavious, right? I don't know what his name is. So she was like, go get them stacks, girl. Take them to the back. So she takes him to the back. She looking nervous as hell. She looking crazy. Like, bitch, I should have left. I should have left this motherfucker when I had the chance. Girl, you was on your way out. One last dance will get your ass fucked up. So they go into the back, into this little cloud room. You know, the little cloud room where they do all the other stuff. He was like, Haley, where's my money? And that's how it ended. So it was a good episode, y'all. We out of here. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let me know what you think about the episode. Honey, hello, Crow. Hello. I thought something was going to happen with Lil Murder and his friend in the back. So we're going to see. Hopefully nothing happens. Because that's what Charles and I was talking about. Because these niggas be acting crazy for no reason at all. All right? So anyways, y'all get down. Let's get down. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Peace.